My apologies about that. I could not hold any longer. Okay, continuing to talk about World War Hulk. Yep. Yeah, the What If one was actually just a really good book. It's kind of like what if the Hulk actually succeeded? It's definitely an alternate version of the events. And what if two times this issue was actually collected in trade? Yeah, it was also collected in another What If book, but they probably threw this in here in this omnibus book, probably because it's a What If book. So why the heck not? Yep. Oh, damage control. Oh, I had to bring up the guy who wrote this miniseries, Dwayne McDuffie. Yes, the late great Dwayne McDuffie. He wrote this miniseries. Yep. Here's a sad fact for you about Dwayne McDuffie. He died the year after this miniseries came out. No, seriously, he died like a year later. Yeah. As for why in the world did he, what happened with him? Not really sure, actually. No, they don't. I don't really know exactly what happened to him, mostly. Yeah, mostly put for damage control. They're basically here just for the aftermath. And of course, they work with Tony Stark to mostly, in a way, negotiate the funds. Oh, and by the way, they do say how much it's going to cost to rebuild the city of New York. They say it's going to cost, get this, $128 billion. Actually, it's 164 billion. It's like it's basically very reasonable. Yeah, apparently what they used to rebuild the city was a fund uh, that was put together because of all the like attacks by, well, because of all the superhero stuff. They decided to bring about the, well, they decided to make up this fund that, well, is there to rebuild the city after the events of like an attack like this. And that was mostly put the whole point of this miniseries. They do in fact mention something that happened to pages of Wolverine during this period of time. Yep, they mentioned that their CEO was ousted from the company because he was involved with illegal stuff. Yeah, it was a guy known as the Broker. Yeah, he basically it was revealed in the Wolverine book that he was responsible for giving Nitro the drug to go frickin' nuts and cause Stanford disaster. Yep. This miniseries mostly put just has them getting rich off of basically building the city, and there's also a thing where you have Tim Foster calling himself Black Goliath at first, and then Simba calling himself Goliath after a while. At one point, the Crisis Boy becomes sentient because of technology left by the Sicarians, and also the Thunderbolts show up. Yes, the Thunderbolts show up, and of course, basically they try to intervene, but nope, they're basically caught up by some legal stuff. Yeah, all because of the fact that one of the guys working with damage control is an old friend of Robbie Brown, who at this point is Penance. Yes, by far one of the dumbest ideas Marvel did with the character. Yeah, turn a beloved character created by Steve Ditko into this thing. Yeah, make a guy covered with freaking spikes. Oh yeah, and he frequently he apparently cuts himself every day as penance for the Stanford disaster. Yeah, look how he gets a more stable suit once, of course, he captures Nitro in the miniseries Penance Relentless. Yep. Anyways, yes, the whole thing with the event itself, Like, you're probably thinking, okay, like, this whole omnibus collected the entire event. You're thinking, really? Yeah, really. Yeah, and here's the thing. Damage Control first appeared in the aftermath of, get this, Acts of Vengeance back in the 80s. The first appearance was in Marvel Age A number 4. Yeah, that was the first appearance of this group. Yep, that was the first time that, that Damage Control. Now, Dwayne McDuffie created Damage Control. And you're thinking, really? He did? Yeah, he did. He wrote pretty much like every single miniseries related to the group. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they appeared a lot over the years. Mostly in their own book, per se. Like, they have Marvel Age 4, Rock Omnibus 19, which is Starfleet Him. Damage Control Volume, which was 4 issues. Second volume was also 4 issues. An issue of Avengers Spotlight, an issue of Deathlock, Iron Man. The third volume published before this one, which was also 4 issues. One-shot issues here and there. But after this miniseries wrapped up, they appeared even less. Like, the next appearance was an issue of Amazing Spider-Man Family, which came out a year later. Yeah, and you're probably thinking, what was the story they appeared in for this book? Was the reprint? You probably would think. Oh, no. I'm looking right now where it could have been basically like... Okay, they basically first appeared in the story Spectacular Rider Man. Yep. They also appeared in one issue of New Avengers. Yeah, they pretty much build the Avengers Mansion. They appeared a lot over the years. Like, their last appearance of day was an issue of Juggernaut. Yeah, part of this miniseries done by Famous Disease. I've reviewed it. It's a really good miniseries. It was the first time Juggernaut actually had a miniseries because his previous books were just one-shots. Yeah, one released in 1999. And that was the first one they ever did for him. And they had basically one released in 1997. Yeah, it's like, 2 one-shots, then miniseries. Yeah. That's most of what they did with the character. Mm-hmm. Yep. But not much else to say about this book. It's good. Really good. Warbound is mostly put what the group, the Warbound were up to right after the events of World War Hulk. Yeah, but the thing is, they didn't do very much even after this event wrapped up. Because I think, like, after this miniseries wrapped up, this is simply what the first appearance since the event wrapped up. Yeah. Like, they had their own stuff-up miniseries, which were all their loose Avengers with it afterwards. And then after this miniseries wrapped up, they appeared in Planet Sakaar Prelude, the final 2 issues of Sakaar. They appeared in a few issues of Incredible Hulks, an issue of Astonishing X-Men Volume 3, issue 40, and their last special appearance was Civil War II: The Fallen. And that was it. No, seriously. That was it for the group. Yeah. Though the issue was simply just a flashback, but the last appearance was Civil War II: The Fallen. That was the last time they ever appeared. It was mostly put at the time just 3 people because a lot of members had been killed off. Like, Hulk already left the group at the point. Meek died. Like, they only had, 3 people left. Korg, Ellie, and No Name. There's also Kate Oldstrong, who I think was basically just an alias mostly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had her become part of the Warbound just for basically afterwards. Mm-hmm. After Hulk stopped being the leader. Yeah. There was Archie, a robot. Yeah, he was part of the group briefly. I think he left at some point. Yeah, he was pretty much demolished after the events of World War Hulk. Yep. Claire Armstrong, she died at the end of World War Hulk, Play Hulk itself. Heron was actually killed in a miniseries. Yeah, he was actually killed at the end of this very miniseries. Yeah, they killed him off. Though he briefly came back for Chaos War. Yep. And Korg, here's the weird thing about Korg. He is a retcon character. Yeah. They retconned that he was one of the Rockmen from the first appearance of Thor. No, seriously. Like, they apparently retconned it that he was actually one of these men who fought frickin' Thor back in his DB appearance. And you're thinking, really? Yeah, really. It wasn't explained to Reese. It was basically this. Yeah, it's kind of weird though. Greg Pak dug up two very obscure characters and made them two very interesting ones. Yep. But yeah, not much else to say about World War Hulk. This omnibus is great. Why recommend have anybody track it down? Only if you can afford it, because I'm sure this omnibus is probably expensive. Yep. So yeah, that's a sick review. Tomorrow, it's a return of an anime I have not reviewed in about 2 years. What anime is it? The Rising of the Should Hero. The second season. Okay, next video. Bye.